Hi, this is Kim, or AbbasCamber42, continuing my playthrough of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair on PlayStation 4. Hello there, Info Shark, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm glad you are too. A little tired yesterday when that cyberpunk overran so much so we could get to the end. I didn't get a lot of sleep, but yeah, better now. Let's get on with this. Oh, hello Daily, how are you doing? I guess we should get the party started as people are starting to come. Oh good, glad you're well, Daily. Let's go, let's go. Danganronpa final chapter. Away, away. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. It would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities amongst irregularities won't be that difficult. Oh, how boring. On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Oh, that's right, that's it. So this is a ship. You just realised that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. The over-familiar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin I could detect a foul, offensive odour like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Kameda Nagito. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Oh, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. I even possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? I've started to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? Oh, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Oh, sorry, I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of those bastards, this world has become to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. While the world is shaped by the will of the majority, it makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Oh, perhaps that does have anything to do with the reason you're here. Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different to me. But what are you planning to do now that you've ended up like this? There's nothing you can do, right? Listen well, using people is a talent too. Now it's my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left me, even now it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fibre of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? That person I hate so much? Hate? Then explain your hand. Oh, this. The end of that bandage. It's a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see, so you salvage the body. You really are a boring person. Oh, I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power, and for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Oh, that's strange. Huh? Huh? Oh, look out the window, we're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on the island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. I already know because I'm loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Oh, really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get on pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Hiya, Laura, how you doing? Huh? What is this? It's a door. There's a door. Huh? A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? We're not quite at the end yet, Laura. There's still time for it to make sense. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at that place that looked like a trial ground, but then, why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island?
Mic test! Mic test! 校内放送校内放送大丈夫聞こえてるよねではお前ら 希望が峰学園にようこそ。これから卒業試験についての説明を行いますので、至急体育館までお集まりください。
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said welcome to Hope Speak Academy. But why would this place be Hope Speak Academy? And not just that, what is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Well then, nostalgia time to the gymnasium. Ah, the flashbacks. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least if it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place could be Hope Speak Academy. Is this creepy place Hope Speak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to go to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go, and I'll definitely clear things up. Okay, the gymnasium was this way in the old game, I think. Everything's fritzy. Wasn't it round this corner? Yeah. The gymnasium is here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium.
Ah!
Yo, Hajime!
Oh!
You heard that announcement and came back here too? You guys did too, right? Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Hope Speak Academy or something. That cannot be possible. You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope Speak Academy? You. Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time? What a shock! I just told you guys, this is Hope Speak Academy. There's no way in hell that's true. Ah, but it is. I mean, it's definitely Hope Speak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway? What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Oh, sorry, it's Monokuma's voice. Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope Speak Academy fell to ruin. You serious about that? But of course, it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that deserve to be ruined for. What do you mean? Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you Hope Speak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic. Oh, well, it's not like I did it for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone? Enough with this bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard? Sorry, I can't see the screen over my cap. Can you throw slightly? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and... It means... I made this Hope Speak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean, in between? What do you mean, made? Oh my! Are your minds getting the grumblies that only my knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
やだな。
It's nothing to be... Sorry, one sec. Sorry, I need a clear throat for that. It's nothing to be so cautious about. Not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then what is this graduation exam?
あのね。
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On the one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally gonna graduate.
本当にいいの
But
か
on the other
な。
hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be totally okay in the outside
と
world.
いうわけで。
That's why I'm thinking about telling you the outside world is like before you make your decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
ダメ。
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Oh, main cast?
あのね。
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean?
そうそう。
I have dispersed all the teaching materials you will need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is just gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during this field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting has changed, even if the killing was finished, he was the same as usual. So, what is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Oi.
Like, he kept insisting this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
何言ってんだ
How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
まさか
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building, is it really Hope's Peak Academy? This is Hope's Peak Academy that I've been admiring so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope? If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully, the only humans worthy of Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen?
Oi, Kora.
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
やってやろうじゃねえか
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
つうかよ
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
まったくよ
Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. It's the only thing I can think of.
マジかよ
So they're not the World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma.
ですが
However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that.
こんちくしょう
Even if there are allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Jackie said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she was still alive, she would have definitely helped us. No, even just her being with us would have been a big help. So, what should we do? Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do this graduation exam, right?
めんどくせえな。
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
たくよ。
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been? Alright, I'm gonna do it.
つーか。
Yeah, we might be able to learn something about Hope Speak Academy and ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, can we go home when this is all over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island by any means.
多忙です。
Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where the place really is, what's happened to Hope Peak Academy? None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now, but Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we never choose to stay on the island.
なあなあ。
So, what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
でもよ。
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this building. Well, I'll just go ahead for now. Hey, you're already going?
たくよ。
What's the idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious? She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
ですが。
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. We should do our best as well. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at the green light. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
仕方ねえな。
Akane already took off on her own. Might be faster if we split up and looked around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home.
じゃあな。
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fihiko left the gymnasium.
失礼します。
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow and then left the gymnasium.
あらま
Miss Sonia.
ソニアさん
Miss Sonia, please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do to advance towards that hope. Even though I don't understand and a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Okay, guess we're investigating Hope's Peak then. Sure, why not? Okay, I'd ask where you think we should go, but this is the great unknown for everybody. So I don't know if there's anything in here, so we'll move on. Huh? That's weird. The hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
弱りましたね。
Is it just me? Probably not. We get map. Oh, we get weird ass maps. Okay. I'll check those classrooms. I'll figure out what the first thing is we can check. Is this a dojo? This was strange things that made me think there's no way we're inside the school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had gone for more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? The cherry tree is proudly displaying its fall blossoms. The falling petals add an elegance to the scene. If Hiyoko and Peko were here, it would have truly looked picturesque. For their sakes as well, I will definitely go home. There's a straw post, I guess that means it was used for training. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking woodblock key sticking out of them. I guess they're just a show. There's nothing particular that looks like a clue. It's an armor and helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? What's this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope Street Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this?
Let's start with a history first class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. And what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person.
So just I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope Street Academy history as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope Street Academy. Hope Street Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders in various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope Street Academy teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope Street Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope Street Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes that they will not be able to make progress with their research for talent. So they decided to implement a new system, Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilises a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope Street Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope Street Academy is now available to talentless commoners, people who only care about the brand. With this, Hope Street Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began to further research talent. To create Hope Street Academy's earnest wish that a true genius school become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope Street Academy. Hope Street Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like the manga that suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Street Academy. These names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents really happened, right? The manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but it might be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
The thing that's weird is, you, of course. Why did you forget you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that exam you had no talent, right? I think it's weird you actually forgot something like that, too.
What do you want me to say?
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact you were one of those Reserve Corps students. Oh, you willingly sealed those memories yourself. wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
You say it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's to be expected of a reserve course student.
Damn it, what the heck? Reserve department has been added to the truth bullets. Okay, I guess that's it for here. Let's see where we go next after that brief history of the reserve department. Can we get into the Arboretum? No. I guess we're going up to the lab at the top. This hallway is kinda creepy. I can't go to places I should be able to go to. It's like some rules being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Yeah, weird. Sorry, it's blowing my nose. Let's see what's in here. Can't go in that one. What's in there to go? Not that one. It's confusing. Oh, you can go in that one. Okay. Apologies, I've got a bit of a cold, I can't use it. Blow my nose. This is another manga, it's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Wasn't The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? That's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Kamakura Izuru. Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius amongst geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy Student Council, amongst the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fire of the reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated, and the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually that incident would lead to a horrifyingly devastating incident. The incident that was known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited Danganronpa 0. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way that 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy.
irony. For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident, a talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky you're that incompetent.
Does this lead up to something offensive? Seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagato mentioned that before too. It looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagato said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me some of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began an uprising. And what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Tragedy of Hope Peak has been added to the truth bullets. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is far worse, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used that incident to their advantage? Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. They're doing it in some kind of order. Oh yeah, there we are. Now we can do that one. What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry and investigate so I can get out of here already. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? What was that incident really about? That's gonna be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped I was right. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrible incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy was initially hoped to resolve quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet, and it fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet. It began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and the wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest amongst them. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock at their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to this point, where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realised what it had become, it was too late to stop what had already happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought for no principles, religion or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organisation. devoted to a certain student who had influenced Hope's Peak Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. With this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if it's really true, then what is happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favourite restaurant. What's happened to them?
Hey, you seriously yelling at manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading...
Oh, that's not Monokuma. Who would enjoy reading something like this?
Oh my, you don't like my manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough. What is this messed up manga?
I thought you obviously knew about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that? Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brain.
This incident really happened? And I forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys are just gonna suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
See, so that's how it is. That's what I meant by what I said in the beginning.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy you're finally gonna graduate. But on the other, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world so we'll want to stay on the island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. Tragedy has been added to the truth bullets. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organisation isn't just one person, but a group of people. So they're known as the Ultimate Despair, the high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do that, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then the killings were involved in connection to them as well. It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out the freezing room. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So, where should I go next? Oh, let's go try some of the doors we haven't tried yet, I guess then. Not that one. Oh, I can't remember which one we went through now. Let's try this one. No, I should ignore it. I'll just pretend I didn't see him. I went inside this room and that bastard bear was something here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way. I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with this idiot. I don't want to do that either.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth?
You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating Pop-Tarts.
I get really fed up with your blabbing. Hurry up and tell me. What did you need to tell me?
It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about the ultimate despair. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally just the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
High school girl?
Lady Anashima Yunko.
Anashima Yunko?
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. Then created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not so easy to form an organization. There's no way people would just join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Yunko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reasons that incident became a tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people that would have been in a position to neutralize the threat?
Huh?
Then what was their purpose?
What?
Like I said, why did they cause the incident? Doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
It was Anashima's Junko's despair. For Anashima Junko, despair ain't about purpose. A set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Anashima Yunko as Anashima Yunko.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Anashima Yunko is so full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
With her overwhelming force of personality, Yunko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Yunko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea has been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who had been recruited by it became nothing more than Yunko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Anashima Yunko. Like believers make offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Yunko Anashima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopefully top it off, they completely believed that it was something they had to do.
No way someone that crazy is possible.
You know what the final days of the reserve corps students in the Hopes Peaks Do you know about the final days of the reserve corps students during the tragedy of Hopes Peak Academy?
Final days?
Yunko had the power to change people's values. This is the true of all famous people throughout history.
Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
They They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the Reserve Department committed mass suicide. Mass suicide? All 2,357 students? Oh, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair? Enoshima Yonko? Doesn't scare me at all, I mean. Enoshima Yonko is already dead. Ultimate Despair has been added to the truth bullet. Reserve Department has been updated in your handbook. Okay, that's what Tihiko. Hey Tihiko, is it true what you said? Enoshima Yonko is really dead?
Huh?
What? You didn't see? There was a book about called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. Bloody classroom? No, wait, what was that you said about the Killing School Life? Like the killings that we're involved in? They were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took their own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yeah, that's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. The manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Enoshima Junko. The mastermind took her own life, which means Enoshima Yonko is dead. Turns out that Killing School Life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Yonko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy and she took away their memories? Just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by a surveillance camera and broadcast worldwide. This is the limit to being a cruel asshole. Surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing. Students of Hope's Peak Academy are wildly known as the symbol of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair once and for all. That's messed up. That messed up plan was stopped as Yonko Enoshima failed. Yonko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Yonko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or doesn't matter. Enoshima Yonko isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Enoshima Yonko is already dead, then the rest of the Ultimate Despair is behind this. Are they followers of Yonko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved in resemble that Killing School Life. I don't know who the hell is imitating Yonko, but making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the ones in the Killing School Life? Killing School Life added to the truth bullet. Ultimate Despair updated in the handbook. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I'll just raise the flag.
Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What the heck did you do that?
One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character route.
You're not making sense again.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information about the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy.
Okay, maybe now we can leave. changed to a different hallway again? It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Okay, so now we're in 4th floor. After switching her nose like a beast examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened? Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. What do you mean? Who? Dunno, it's just my gut after all. Still, her gut's pretty impressive, and for some reason it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Door again. This looks like the music room. I feel like you can see something strange. Thing? Looks like some kind of monument. Why would this be in the music room? And not just that, the mark engraved on the monument symbols the Future Foundation, right? Although that's simple, there is a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were amongst the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? It's completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up! Future Foundation's origins has been added to the truth bullets. What is this? Words are floating in the air. It's like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information of a person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at the time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible that they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Inashima Yunko rallying them. In a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we're still investigating the details of their origins, so we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo-World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students. Is this about us? If Stephen Chiaki was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking about it's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might not be better off remembering the memories we've lost. The Academy survivors added to the truth bullets. Oh, Laura, you've only just remembered that my children are starving. Let's get them some treaties. It's okay, Tia has just flown across the room to get some. Are you waiting for these? I know Auntie Laura was slow today. With your special treats, Tia. Special treats for chunky black cat. Is anyone else going to come? No one else shows them time. Oh wait, here comes Shro. Dodo, come here. I wasn't ignoring you, Laura. You just didn't say anything. Shrody, come over here. Shrody! Yeah, just sit at the opposite side of the room and lick your lips at me, that helps. Shrody, if you want them, you gotta come here. Shrody! Shrody, I'm gonna have to lob them at you otherwise. Shro, the treats! Oh, Tia's just after them. No, that's Shro. Shro, move it, Shro, this isn't hard. Right, I'm gonna have to move to you. Sorry, everyone viewing the chat. I have to give the cat treats. Shro, they're here. No, Tia, no! Alright, this is hard mode now. Let's try and get past Tia, you little fucker. Alright, Shro, I'm gonna hold on to these treats until Tia forgets they're here, and then we'll give them to you. Alright, let's continue for now. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side at least. Shro, Tia's gone. Here, have some treats. Treats lobbed at Shro. There we are. Success, Laura. 2/3 of cats have been fed by you. Right. They were founded by graduates of Fritz Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate spares who caused the biggest and most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Enoshima Yunko and making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island that they mentioned? What's that all about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was the ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. I suppose I was getting through a bit of Laura. I've never had to do Monokuma's voice for such a long time, and with a cold as well. I may never be able to speak again after this. What's the terrifying orb? What about Tamagotchi? It died. Oh well, fuck you! I'm not sure what the orb of death is on the ceiling. Oh, it looks like whatever that building with the flower, teacher's lounge I think, has opened up. Weird to be back in Hope's Peak. Feels different from the classroom. Probably the office, right? I mean, the room has this kind of stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now you mention it, it does look like that.
Yeah.
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy going to be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Okay, what clues? Oh, there's another floating thing. The letters are floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Enoshima Yunko, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy is not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Enoshima Yunko. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? This is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much an all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Remnants of Despair has been added to the Truth Bullets section. Oh, hidden Monokuma, still getting them, eh? Something left on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters, and just below that are names I've seen before. Well, Ultimate Imposter really didn't have a name. Let's see if anyone looks sus. Hajime, Chiaki, Kazuichi, Nagato, Gunman, Imposter, Teruteru, Nitamaru, Hito, Hiro, Meta, and Ibuki. They're all people who were on the island. Sionji, so it's a newspaper article. There's a newspaper post on the blackboard. Below that, Sionji Hyoko is written there. What is this newspaper? Is that the same Sionji? She looks like 10 years older. What is this? It says Miss Sionji Hyoko. This can't mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean the Hyoko we knew. She was much smaller and a lot more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. With the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see that it resembles Hyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean? Huh? This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Sionji Hyoko here. Oh, and Hyoko has an older sister with the same first name and last name. And the older sister has the same first and last name? It's the only explanation, right? I mean, look for yourself. That's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sionji family's only daughter.
If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, that's still too much of a resemblance.
That is Hyoko.
What are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap looking like that.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt.
What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Well, regardless of all the clues I provided are true, if they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What the heck? Is this the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in the newspaper. Is he really saying it's the same person? It's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? How does it even exist? Is it related to that list of subjects over there? If it says subjects, it might mean it was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hyoko's body?
Office!
What am I saying? Just saying out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under a list of subjects. What kind of experiment was it? What's going on? Better not have anything to do with time travel. List of subjects added to the truth book. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before. The name etched into the placard says, Hokuto Academy founder Kamakura Izuru. The founder of Hokuto Academy and this name, Kamakura Izuru? Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Academy founder added to the truth bullet.
Okay, with this you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage.
Next stage? Next floor, I guess. Damn it, not again! The hallway is different from the last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned raised, I was moved to a different hallway than the last. How can he do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by him. Thinking about it's just going to waste my energy. Okay, So maybe the games room, it's the only one lit up. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think that a room like this actually exists inside the school. There's a pile with a Hope's Peak Academy seal on it. It says confidential. It's a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why would I even ask you a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside this file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labour to further our true goal. With our hands, we birth a true hope, and we'll bring that hope to the entire world. Truly, the programme is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing True Hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that. I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True Hope, huh? Hope Cultivation Plan has been added to the True Thoughts. Also, we got what looks suspect. A lot of different magazines here. Fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer, travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. My hero would have been happy to see this. Oh, there it is, the hologram. The hologram again. What does this one say? It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about specific details, it's unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined they are the same age as the others. So we've decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter. We have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Only when they are discovered we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything for the sake of a future filled with hope. Remnants of Despair has been updated. Academy Survivors has been updated. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? And why is this happening? The Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
My, Hajime! If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse!
It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them.
You can do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all.
There's no way that's not important. Its true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Okay, quest continues. Whoa, fuck this. It's like I'm in a different hallway again. Pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, it's just totally disconnected from reality. Mind-bending. must be a library. Monokuma probably left something in here too. Like that hologram. This hologram again. It must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt it's another clue. To Future Foundation 14th Division, Negi Mekito. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? The email suggests someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape? The email addressed to Negi Mekito. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Email to Negi has been added to the Truth Bullets section. Remnants of Despair has been updated. So, were you all wondering when Negi was going to appear again? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it. I was in school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room. Yeah, first I think we're supposed to be looking at whatever that book is. Oh, the tablet PC. Looks like a tablet computer. It looks like the power's on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo-World program? This word, Neo-World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo-World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo-World program is built to the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo-World program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist and the Ultimate Therapist were amongst the many talented people whose research results were utilised. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo-World program allows its subject to experience a synthetic virtual world. Additionally, the Neo-World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained within the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it's possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through use of the virtual world. However, this device for physiotherapeutic purposes only, However, this device is used for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating the program. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that. There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
You gotta raise the flag more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you.
impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is made up. Made up? Including me too? Your world program has been added to the truth bullets. Okay, so with the clues we've got so far, anyone forming any theories about what's actually going off here? I'm just curious how you think that all of our evidence is matching up so far. Let me know.
Hey, how you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only ones watching who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it.
This hallway. When we first arrived here and I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym, I don't really see the resemblance, but...
The moment you discover the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear.
Is this floating? That's impossible. There's nothing this big will be floating like this. But what in the world is it? And the moment I looked at that object... Welcome to the Neo World program. A person? A floating person is talking to me? Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It will make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? But what are you? Alter Ego? Artificial Intelligence Program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, I'm only the observer. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier again. This floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet on the ground, like I can't believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has submitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilised. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That's why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I'm to answer your question, what is this place? The answer will be, mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions are different from the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears the space is entirely under the virus's influence. This is probably why I'm appearing before you, too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acquire it as the truth. It would make a lot more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. The missing sense of reality. All the mysteries are all the truths. They're just all fiction. Is that? Even so, I needed to know. I needed to know, what is this world? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program only serves one true purpose. It's used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it's possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right, we did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? And why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental phase. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I am sorry. You saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us. But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the Observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the Observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority, so they'd seem just the same as everyone else. What kind of authority did the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of the world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there's no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed it to a world where changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. At the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was like a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have to complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably told you about Monokuma World in the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. The alter ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means the supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego? If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against one another? That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible that it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus to the facility, and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's what's most likely happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation facility. The only person who could enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Observers has been added to the truth bullets section. I wonder who they could be based on that silhouette. The Neo-World program has been updated. Oh, but... It's true that the virus is powerful, and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. Limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Okay, even if you're just a guard in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're going to say something more, suppose that you exist between life and the death of yourself is now inevitable. If so, it can be parallel, too. The deflation based on the definition of existence that constitutes a relationship. From there, the paradigm changes results of being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with the joint ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites you.
What the heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Hmm? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe you can't hear my voice from this side. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo-World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. The alter ego created opportunity for me to speak with you directly. If that means that this is working, it means the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. Looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who's this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first I should apologise to everyone. I know that apologising won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this could happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo-World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realising it until it's too late. It's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037. 11037, that's the number we found at Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you finished gathering the hope fragments. From there you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. And even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left the 11037 password in place, where a teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagato, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that to you all. I've entrusted it to you for the future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it till I can get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. He has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma. In a worst case scenario where an observer who is in the role of teacher has gone rogue, I prepared a hidden command that I can use at the graduation exam site. It's a forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority cannot stop that command. It's a way to end this so that you guys can choose on your own independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half of the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number.
What was that just now? Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness just now?
Well, nothing really.
I see. Oh well, that's all the hidden hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useful stuff, I'm gonna butt in again.
Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you and it was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see, it'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon. A very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're walking towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? 11037 has been added to the truth bullets. And shutdown sequence has been added to the truth bullets. See if there's anything else or just a trial ground.
僕も待ち疲れたんで、思い切って始めちゃいますか。お待ちかねの卒業試験です。お前ら、希望ヶ峰学園の1階にある赤い扉へとお入りください。うぷぷ。じゃあ、後でね。
A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what that means right now. For now, I just need to finish this. I just need to focus on that. Okay, I guess we can make a start on the final trial. But then we're going to have to continue on Saturday. There's no way we can finish this today. He means this red door, right? I just have to go in here? If I do that, will it be finished? This place? Looks like everyone's here. Seems that this is going to be the final place.
ですが、
However, this place is... Is this a trial field? But why is it a trial field? Sure, looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different to the one before.
あの、
We've been here before, right? Yeah, this should be the place that the door at the ancient ruins leads to.
つがよ。
Seems pretty strange that we've been in the other building till now.
そが。
Looks like we were dreaming or something. This is a dream, and this too is very...
So you finally arrived! Congratulations! You guys are the first ones to ever beat the game. After stopping by Hope's Peak Academy, you've finally come back to this place. To at a graduation exam site within the ancient ruins of Jabberwock Island. You can give it a fancy name like a graduation exam site, but it's no different to the trial ground from before. This trial field is actually inspired from one before, so in a way this place is the original.
Who cares? This graduation exam means we can finally go home, right?
Of course! If that's what you guys decide. And if we have to decide, what do we have to do? Please take a look at the LCD touch panel built into your seats. Compared to the other trials, the rules this time are much simpler. There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote. Whichever one had the majority will be considered your final decision. If you don't press either, it will be counted as an absence and will not be counted. Which means everyone who has died up till now will have their votes treated as absences. Then the result is based on our majority vote. If graduate is chosen by majority vote, from then on, the event's kind of like a graduation ceremony called the graduation program will begin.
Even if we do the stupid majority vote, the result's all pretty damn obvious. Come on, let's move along. We can press it now, right?
No, you can't do that yet. I mean, your resolve hasn't firmed yet, right? Your will to be swept away by society's harsh current?
Shut up. Who cares? I'm gonna press it.
My, which of your orifices will you be using to spew bile? To participate in the graduation program, you need my final say as your teacher, you know?
What does that mean? It won't end with just a majority vote?
After the vote, I'm gonna judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not.
So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry for being rude earlier.
But you don't have to worry. There's no way I won't acknowledge your graduation. It's merely a formality. I'm just doing it because it's how it has to be.
He's doing it because it's how it has to be. It doesn't mean he can exert his will over everything. He too has a limit. Is that what Alter Ego was talking about?
Anyway, if you don't want to do it, you guys will still need to solve the mystery. Afterwards, you can cast your majority votes. And from there, we move into the graduation program.
But why do we even have to go through something so dumb?
Well, that is... You said you were waiting for the main...
You said you were waiting for the main cast, right? Which means you're stalling for time, then. Who's the main cast?
Oh, no need to worry about that. It's got nothing to do with you guys.
There is no way it has nothing to do with us. We are the only ones who are involved, you know?
It doesn't matter if you're involved or not. You're just a bunch of chumps in the big picture. That's why it has nothing to do with you. Just perform your roles without complaining.
Hold on, what's with that chump comment?
Not this important or anything, but just to make sure you turn off that toy.
How dare you treat him like a toy?
I did treat it like a toy. You got a problem with that? I created everything. You're actually picking a fight with me? I'm basically a god. Just how promising can you guys be? I guess that's it. Just the nature of life. Fine then, before you die, sear my power into your memories.
Okay, it's giving me a save point. I guess we can make a start of this trial. And we've still got like 3/4 of an hour, but I think then we're going to have to change it. Let's have a go. Did I get any new skills? I think I did. Time properly all this time, okay. Skin of our bullets. Your mango. Yeah, sure. Okay, thinking caps on first. Let's begin the class trial.
外の世界を知ってほしいと言っておきつつ、この話題から始めるのもどうかと思いますが、まずはお前らがいるこの世界の正体を聞いておきましょうか。
は？この世界の正体？なんだよそのふわっとした質問は。
This world's true identity. If I answer this, will it be true? And that lie will become the truth? But there's no way I can leave it unanswered. Oh god, we started with the Hangman's Gambit? Okay.
"この世界は俺たちがいるこのジャバウォック島は
実際のジャバウォック島をモチーフにして作られたプログラムの世界なのでした。
おい！
だからね、ここは現実の世界じゃなくて、言うなればゲームの中の世界なんだよ。わかったか。こんなものはただのゲームでしかないんだよ。
マジで言ってんのか？こら、舐めてんじゃねえぞ。そんな妄想話を聞かせるために俺らを集めたのか。
これがゲームなら俺のこのセリフもテキストウィンドウに表示されてたりすんのか。アホ言ってんじゃねえよ。そんなわけねえだろ。
ええ、確かに夢落ちレベルのひどい絶望かもしれませんが、それがどうした。全ての謎や伏線はこの一言で見事に回収されてしまうんだ。ゲームだから。
じゃあ俺らが殺し合いをさせられてたのは
ゲームだから。
ジャバウォック島でめちゃくちゃなことばっか起きてたのは
ゲームだから。
島に俺ら以外の人間がいなかったのに
ゲームだから。
モノクマさんが意味不明な能力を使えていたのも
ゲームだから。
ふざけんな。何でもありじゃねえか。
そうやって怒ってるお前らだって楽しんでたじゃん。ゲームだからこその何でもありな世界をさ。というわけで無理やりでも納得してください。ゲーム内世界という閉ざされた空間が殺し合い修学旅行の本当の舞台だったのです。
What a twist, eh? Were you guys expecting it to have all been a video game inside the video game all this time?
いい加減にしろよ。
そんな話信じられるわけねえだろ。
きっと昔の人が初めて飛行機を見た時もそんな反応をしたんでしょうね。でもすぐに違和感もなくなって慣れてくるよ。コンタクトレンズみたいにさ。
世界とコンタクトレンズを同列に語らないでください。
大体これがゲーム世界っつうなら、ここにいる俺らは何なんだよ。
架空の存在とか言うんじゃねえだろうな。
この世界を作ってるのは新世界プログラムっていう未来機関のプログラムなんだけどさ、それはユーザーの脳に直接作用を及ぼすことで仮想現実世界を共有させる仕組みになってるんだ。つまりお前らの本体はちゃんと現実世界にも存在してるってことだよ。ただし今はまるで夢でも見てるみたいにどっぷりとゲーム世界に浸っちゃってるけどね。簡単に言えばほらあれだよ、エクボじゃなくて
アバターか。本体の分身としてゲーム内で再構築された存在
だけどただのアバターじゃないんだよな。
現実世界の本体からあるものを取り除かれた上に再構築されたアバター。
取り除かれたって何をだ。
Okay, what specific things removed from their bodies to make their avatars? Is there anyone active in the chat? Anyone want to weigh in and have an idea? I'll give you a few seconds to decide if anyone's still awake at this point. Your talents info wants to go with. Okay?
しまった。
That's what you're thinking, folks? No, only one of them forgot he had the talent. Or memories. Which memories do you want to go with then? We've only got 9 seconds. School life memories then. Sorry, Info, you ran out of time.
俺たちから取り除かれたのは学園生活の記憶なんだな。
つまり俺らは入学前の記憶から作られたアバターってことか。
だから私たちには希望が峰学園で生活した記憶がないと。
めちゃくちゃ言ってんじゃねえよ。昔の記憶から作られたとかアバターだとかここがゲーム世界だとか、なんでそんな SF じみた話になってんだよ。俺は絶対に信じないからな。
SF じゃなくてゲームだってば何度言えばわかるんだよ。
This world is a virtual reality created by a computer program. We can't proceed if we don't accept that. Is believing in really the only thing we can do? Let's see what we got.
ここがゲーム世界って証拠があんのかよ。
証拠はお前ら自身だよ。
どういう意味ですか。
今は入学前の記憶から作られたアバター。でも現実にいる本体は違う。今は記憶にない学園生活の日々も本体はちゃんと過ごしてるんだよ。
何がゲーム世界だよ。何がアバターだよ。
Newspaper article.
俺はちゃんと生身の人間だぞ。
This is a virtual world. We're avatars that were created for this world. I don't want to believe something like that, but...
ここがゲーム世界って証拠があんのかよ。
証拠はお前ら自身だよ。
どういう意味ですか。
今は入学前の記憶から作られたアバター。でも現実にいる本体は違う。今は記憶にない学園生活の日々も本体はちゃんと過ごしてるんだよ。
何がゲーム世界だよ。何がアバターだよ。俺はちゃんと生身の人間だぞ。
Cultivation time was actually, I can't remember.
ここがゲーム世界って証拠があんのかよ。
証拠はお前ら自身だよ。
どういう意味ですか？
今は入学でも現実に今は記憶にないが本体はちゃんと過ごしてる。
そうかもしれない。さっき職員室みたいな部屋でさ、妙な新聞の切り抜きを見つけたんだよ。そこには西園寺が映ってたんだけど、俺たちが知ってるあいつよりずっと大人っぽかったんだ。
大人っぽかったってなんだよそれ。
今の俺たちは入学時の記憶から作られたアバターだから、この体も入学時のままだけど、現実世界では俺たちはそれ以降の学園生活を送っている。つまりその分だけ成長しているはず。中にはその間に見違えるほど成長したやつだって。
それが西園寺さんということですか？
入学後の西園寺さんは高度成長期に入ったようです。
信じられっかよ。ただのデタラメだ。
でもお前らがただの記憶喪失だったとすると、その間も体だけは成長しているはずだよね。だったら体が急成長したように感じるはずだけど、どうしてお互いに誰も気づかなかったの？
記憶を失う前の皆さんを知らないからです。
学園生活の記憶をなくしちまった後にあっても、俺らは初対面と一緒なんだぞ。その前を知らねえんだから、いくら成長したって気づくわけねえだろ。
No, hold on. If we didn't know each other before, then we wouldn't have known if we'd aged or not by looking at each other. Then wouldn't we have noticed the difference? Monokuma? I'm not sure.
しまった。
She said G. Figure out again. If we didn't know each other before, we wouldn't have known if we'd aged or not by looking at each other. Then wouldn't we have noticed the difference? Peko. Oh, pre-Hiko knew Peko.
お前しかいない。なあ、くずりゅうってペコ山とは昔からの知り合いだったんだよな。
そうだよな。言われてみりゃおかしいよな。いや、どう考えたっておかしいぞ。
おかしいって何がですか？
なあ、俺らが奪われた学園生活の記憶ってのはどのくらいの期間なんだ？
詳しいことは新世界プログラムを作った未来期間じゃないとわからないけど、だいたい2年とか3年とかそれぐらいのスパンじゃないかな。
そんなに長いのかよ。
俺とペコは入学前どころかほとんど毎日面を合わせてたんだ。急に2年間の記憶が飛んだら、さすがに外見的な変化に気づいたはずだ。
逆にさ、記憶喪失すらモノクマの嘘とは考えらんねえのかよ。
そうやって記憶喪失を受け入れないから大事なことに気づけないんだよ。記憶喪失は行われているの。そしてお前らは記憶を奪われたアバターなの。
ここが架空の世界で、俺らは架空のアバターで、そんな話を受け入れろっつうのかよ。
今自分の鼓動だって感じてるし、じゃあ俺が感じてるこれは何なんだよ。これも全部嘘だってのかよ。
ゲームだからって全てが嘘ってわけじゃないよ。ほら、催眠術で火傷を負ったって暗示をかけられると本当に火傷の跡が出てくるって話があるでしょ。
俺たちの脳がリアルだと感じれば、それはリアルと同じ意味を持つってことか。
そういえばそれと似たような現象の話を聞いたことがあります。ある国で死刑囚に対して行われた実験らしいのですが、 目隠しをされてベッドに横たわった死刑囚は、血液を抜き取るために足の指先を小さく切開され、その血液が滴り落ちる音が鳴り響く実験室の中に一人で放置されてしまいました。しかし、実のところ、彼は血など抜き取られていなかったのです。彼はただ水滴の音を聞かされ、体内の血が失われていると思い込まされていたのです。ですが、それにもかかわらず、その死刑囚は死亡してしまいました。
さすがソニアさん、オカルト的な知識が半端ねえぜ。
たとえ嘘でも、リアルな嘘なら、本当にもなっちまうってことか。実際の俺らは機械かなんかにかけられて、そこから意識みてえのだけがここに飛ばされてて、で、このゲームの中の世界で感じてたものを本物だと思い込んでたってことか。
だったら俺らが今まで過ごしてきたもちろんあれも架空の世界だ。あの海も、あの砂浜も、あの建物も、何もかもが、新世界プログラムによって作られた架空の世界なんだ。それは、今のこの空間だってそうだ。俺たちの目に見えているのは、すべてプログラムで作られた架空の光景で、本物のように見えるのは、俺たちの脳がそう感じているだけなんだ。
That's why in the end, it's all just a creation. That's the truth. Okay, I am thinking, because I know this trial is going to run on too long for us to tonight, since Hajime just had a little break there, I'm going to see if I can save this game. Because I'm pretty sure you can do it in a trial, but we've never actually tried it. Yep, that did go. Okay, so what we are going to do, this is obviously the very last trial of the game. I seem to remember it's fairly long though, so it might fill our Saturday session. So what we are going to do, we are going to save this for the Saturday session, so you can see how all it pans out without me running over too late, exhausting myself like I did yesterday, or, otherwise rushing things, just so we can all enjoy the twists and turns together, as well as seeing who Monokuma's special guest and the ultimate mastermind is. So, just so I can give you an update on gaming situations, I'm Kim, or Camber42. This game is Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. My main stream is Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 PM GMT and Saturdays at 5 PM GMT. We will be finishing Danganronpa 2 in Saturday's session, after which I'll be moving on to playing Code Vein instead. We haven't done Souls-like for a while, so that should be a laugh. I also sometimes play a couple of other games on the side, just as and when I get a few free hours, just off schedule. At the moment, as we finished playing Cyberpunk 2077 yesterday, next time I have a session, likely to be on Friday, we are going to be starting to play the original Life is Strange, just so we can get through it and refresh ourselves before the sequel game comes out in October this year. I also am currently playing some Silent Hill 2 for the same reason, so we can get through it before the remaster. That's currently on a Sunday afternoon, just because I have to borrow someone else's PC to do it because it's not currently available on PlayStation. So if you want to be kept abreast for when I pop on to do any additional streams, please follow the Camber42 Twitter, because I'll always give you a heads up before I come on in case you want to join me, and in the case of Life is Strange, play along with me, because if you're on the chat I'll let you make the choices, and your actions will have consequences. I also have an Camber42 YouTube channel where old episodes are put up usually within a day of them airing here, just so you can catch up on Danganronpa 2's story so far, or any of my previous streams. I've got really varied taste, so there is quite a selection on there now, including Yakuza Kiwami and Like a Dragon, Cyberpunk 2077 as we previously mentioned, Life is Strange 2 True Colours, One Piece Odyssey, House of Ashes. Do check them out if you're interested. I'm also one half of Things Are Getting Strange in X-Files Rewatch Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcast. New episodes go up every Thursday, 8 PM GMT. We're reviewing the X-Files 2 episodes at a time. We are currently on Season 8, and this week's episodes will be Patience and Roadrunners. So please check that out if you're interested. And also, if you can afford to do so, support our Patreon. It helps us keep the lights on, and also gives you access to some streams and Let's Plays that you can't get anywhere else, including a full Let's Play of the 1998 X-Files FMV game for the original PlayStation. Sorry to waffle on, that's everything for me for tonight. Hope you have a great rest of the week. I will likely see you on Friday for some Life is Strange. Take care everyone, and thanks for bearing with me tonight.